Very good, Raiden. Now, keep heading for refinery. I realize this will not be an easy mission, Raiden. In fact, if it was not for your applied cyborg tech, it would be suicide. After all, you will be taking a fortified enemy position all on your own. This is the first time you've tried anything like this, yes?
Well, not exactly.
Huh. You don't need advice from Boris, is that it? Well, you will hear it anyway. We are moving past the days of small teams handling these kind of terrorist actions. With the rise of cyborg tech, the right individual can do what once seemed impossible. Plus, you attract less attention, have a much smaller footprint. As long as any resistance is human, or those standard-issue cyborg piles of junk, we have the advantage.
Right.
And that is the key. Keeping advantage at all times. We must maintain total combat superiority. From the choices you make on the field, to the intel and support we provide as backup. We must work closely together to stay aware of all...
Basically, stay in touch and stay on your toes.
Duh. This is correct.
I got it already, Boris. You worry too much.
Says the man who lost an arm and an eye his last time out.
Nah, no one expected to face cyborgs on that op. What little security we had should have been overkill.
I admit we were not ready. None of Manny's rivals should have been able to afford that kind of muscle. But this is all the more reason to be careful now. Our enemy could once again prove more resourceful than the intel says. We may need to revise our plan quickly based on what you run up against.
Revise? Don't you mean retreat? Even if I got out alive, we both know the price the Abkhazes would pay for our attempt here.
This is true. But you and Maverick are more important than any one operation, Raiden. Remember that. Even if you fail the mission, your safe extraction must remain a priority.
Enough about failing the mission. Wasn't this supposed to be a pep talk?
You are right, my friend.
I'm sure this op seems risky to an old vet like you. But you've seen all the combat sim results. You know I can pull this off.
Of course. I leave it in your hands.
I can handle this, Boris. Riding out.
Self-repair units are housed in Cyborg's lower torsos. Strike at the lower abdomen in blade mode to seize the unit. Raiden, if you ever get lost, use augment mode to check your next objective. But use... Raiden,
head for the oil refinery.
What's up? Okay, save complete. Don't let your guard down, okay?
Stay vigilant, Raiden.
Raiden, what was your strategy for fighting the geckos? You said to beware the long legs?
Yeah, when they're standing straight up, they've got a longer reach than you'd expect. Once it lifts that leg, you better be ready to get the hell out of the way.
Raiden, what was...
Once...
Raiden, hit...
What's up? No? Did you...
No, just...
It is a high-frequency blade, Raiden, not a plasma sword. There are limits to what it can cut. The HF waves strengthen the metallic bonds in the blade, improving its cutting ability. But in terms of pure physics, no blade can cut it in every situation. Theoretically speaking, an HF blade can damage anything, no matter how tough. But thick ceramic or carbon nanotube armor does not simply split open like butter with a hot knife. You need to chip away at it first, before you can destroy such material. Ah, an Irving, yes? Rather old school, as they say.
Not your cup of tea, Doc?
Oh, no. One could argue they dominated during the SOP days, but they certainly are not much use now. They have been improved upon over the years, no doubt. But there's only so much one can do with such outdated technology. You have a fair amount of experience with them already, yes? I doubt you need any battle advice from me.
No, probably not. It's been a while, but I still remember how they move, their ticks and tells. They telegraph most of their moves in advance. So long as I can parry its attacks, I can strike back often.
I do believe, however, that the armor on its legs has been improved. I imagine that a simple slash or two will be insufficient to topple it this time.
We'll see.
I imagine you already know this, but the defenses on an Irving unit cannot be broken in a single strike. The leg armor has also been reinforced. You must weaken it first, before you can break through. I imagine you all...
Raiden, what was your...
Once...
Raiden, what was your...
One...
Raiden,
One...
What's up? Okay, save complete. Don't let your guard down, okay? Nice moves, Raiden.
Raiden, if you ever get lost, by use... Raiden.
You must